Welcome to New to the Street. I'm Anna Berry. Joining us is Alain Ghiai with Globex Data Limited, the leader in Swiss-hosted private and secure communications and data management. And Alain is here with your weekly hack. When big tech says it's encrypted, it doesn't mean it's necessarily private or protected. Alain, tell us why.
Thank you, Anna. Hello to all our viewers. Welcome. So yes, so when big tech talks about encryption, typically they talk about some out-of-the-box open source coding that's been around for decades already. So it's kind of like if the Coca-Cola formula have been leaked out 30 years ago and everybody knows how to recreate it or find the weak points in it. If you have the real Coca-Cola formula that hasn't been leaked, that is more of a higher encryption level. So out of the box, anybody can open. This is documented by the latest articles that came out about WhatsApp that is now basically hiring contractors to read all of people's content on WhatsApp. They also listen to it and they give it away to authorities and prosecutors and so forth. And I don't have a problem when the government is trying to find out if there's a bad person in society and they're trying to catch and prevent atrocities like what we unfortunately saw 20 years ago on 9/11. But the problem is that when you open that issue where millions of people can listen and read your content and they get paid to do so, you're going to have some leakage in there to hackers and bad actors. And this is the problem. Then that's when you get hacked right back into your phone. So encryption, the run-of-the-mill, out-of-the-box encryption is really useless.
Well, I know so many people use WhatsApp and everything's so politicized right now. So it's pretty scary where your information, what hands it might end up in. So tell me a little bit about how Sekur is different, especially how when you give your phone number to download an app, that is when the security breach can happen and you become vulnerable. But Sekur helps with that.
That's exactly it. So if you notice, and I'm going to go right back to WhatsApp again, which is part of Facebook, obviously. So back in January, WhatsApp had a policy that basically you couldn't opt out of, that forced basically you to accept that all the data is going to Facebook. There was a backlash, and Signal started to come up in the ranking, which is another messaging and calling application. Eventually, WhatsApp, which is Facebook, it literally is on the application. When you open it, it says Facebook. I don't think people really realize that. When you use WhatsApp, you're giving your data to Facebook. That's a given. And now that we know that they can read the so-called encrypted messages and listen to everything, your entire life is now going to millions of people from India to China to God knows where they hire people for super cheap to transcribe all these things and send right back. So people thought Signal was going to be better, but Signal has the same issue. The problem is that when an application requires your phone number to open an account, that is the first big hole, essentially. This is where hackers come in. I can get a list of phone numbers for $20 from any of the big people. In fact, there was an article a few months ago, somebody with $15 was able to get all the phone numbers of AT&T customers, which is outlandish. They were able to somehow get that, and that's how millions of people get hacked. If I have your phone number, I can go to a very open website that teaches me how to hack you within a few minutes. So I go into your phone, because I got your phone number, I can basically download all your contacts and address book and also hack them as well. So what we do is we don't ask for the phone number. That's the first barrier. It's like having a dam, you know, holding the water. Imagine if you have no dam, the water is rushing. This is all the hackers. And now we have a dam that protects you from these hackers that are trying to get in. We have a super reinforced concrete dam because we don't ask for your phone number. And how we do it is you register to Sekur or Secure Messenger. You create a username and a password. And in order to communicate with somebody else without having their phone number, when they register to Sekur, they have what we call a secure number, which is a 6-digit number, a unique ID number that is created when you create the account. And then, you know, you give each other's number. And what's really good is that an outsider cannot just get in. So that's critical. If you don't want someone, even if they have your phone number, you don't want them in, you refuse it. You can also chat with somebody that doesn't have Sekur with chat by invites, and we're making some progress into making this a little bit easier. As people say, I can't upload my contacts to text them. Well, that's the whole point. We don't want your phone number. We don't want to hack your contacts and get all that info. So what we're going to do is we're going to let people upload their contacts so they can email easily an outsider. And then if I email you through the app, chat by invite, and say, hey, Alain wants to chat with you, you click chat, and then it opens a secure portal and we can chat. Another critical thing is we don't use open source coding or PGP, which is a standard called pretty good privacy. Pretty good privacy doesn't inspire confidence in me. It needs to be excellent privacy, but it really is a standard called PGP. What you do is when you use Sekur, you essentially are all within our Swiss encrypted server environment. So none of the data goes over the internet flying around and gets intercepted by hackers. So it was a bit of a long explanation, but it's really critical to understand if you are asked for your phone number, you will be hacked. That's it.
Well, as always, such valuable information. So I love this weekly hack. It's pretty plain and simple. Big tech, when they say it's encrypted, that doesn't necessarily mean it's private and protected. And what I just learned too is Sekur is not PGP. It's better than that. Definitely better. More secure, I would like to say, pun intended. Pun intended. Thank you so much for keeping our data private and our lives a lot better, especially because this is not going away. It's only going to get worse. Alain, I learned so much from you each and every interview, and I look forward to our next. Thank you, Anna. Remember, Sekur has no data mining, is stored in Switzerland, and has proprietary tech that no one has. And it's easy to use because I use it, and it's super easy to use. It's very easy to use. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you. Cheers to that, and thank you for joining us again on New to the Street. Thank you, Anna. Thanks everyone for watching.